temperature. The topic for the day is filing for an increase VA rating worth the risk? We're going to answer this particular question is for me, myself, but you can answer it for yourself also. Is filing for an increased VA rating worth the risk? And this is not just the 0 to 100% increase. If you got 0 and you're going trying to get it increased, we're assuming that you're already service connected. If you have a 0 rating, you ain't got nothing to lose but the whole service connection itself. You can't lose that. So that is some risk involved in that. I do apologize. And even if you're 100% permanent total, there are other things you can get, extra scheduler ratings that we're going to talk about here. So while we're doing this, we're going to see we're going to check in on the temperature. We're going to see what's going on. Give me a second here. So we asked about the temperature. Then we have MG Smith says 84 degrees and sunny. Betty Bob says 87 degrees and sunny in Maryland. Charleston say in Pennsylvania, 84 sunny and humid. Coastie says cloudy in Massachusetts and 78 degrees. Thank you so much. Now let's get back to it, fam. Let's talk about it. Now, fam, I want to break it down in a way that I haven't in the past. So understanding VA disability benefits, you got to understand everything rides on the percentage. The percentage dictates the benefits that goes with that percentage. I don't know what type of benefit you get for the most part based on what you're service connected for and the percentage you have. Okay. So if you're service connected for dental, but you're not but 0%, well, you can get dental work done dealing with that condition, even though usually you have to have 100% or IU TDIU rating to get the dental work. You can get it at 0% based on what you're service connected for. So remember what I'm saying. That's one thing you got to understand. But here, the main thing that dictates the amount of money you get is the percentage you get. If you have a 0%, it's non-compensatable. Okay? And every disability has its own rating schedule. Some are from 0 to 110% increments. Some, like mental health, there were 6 mental health ratings: 0, 10, 30, 50, 70, and 100. But they're saying they're doing away with the 0% rating. So there'll only be 5. Now, there are several for skin scarring. All right, there's about 5 of those. So it depends on the condition. Some have all of them from 0 to 110% increments. So that's one thing your percentage affects. It also affects what benefits you get. Now, understand what I'm saying. These could be federal benefits, or it could also be state benefits that are based on your percentage. Okay? Now, let me ask this here. What's the if you are service connected, what's the most valuable benefit that you get? What's the most important benefit that you get that helps you the most? And mine is at the state. Well, I give 2. Give 2. 2 of the most important thing. One at the federal level, and if you don't have nothing at the state level, you can do 2. Just two things. They can be at the federal, or federal and state, or all state. The most important thing to me is the tax-free income. And the other thing that's important is the property tax exemption. All of them are important. So what is the most important benefits from being service connected to you? For me, it's the getting the compensation that's tax free. All right. And the property tax exemption, which is a major help because that's one of the largest expenses that I have given the neighborhood I live in. So MG Smith say tax free income property tax exemption. So some of us are the same. We're going to say, while y'all doing that, we got Scott in Isis World say hello. H-Town, hello. How you doing, brother and sister? We thank y'all for being here. And Scott and Isis World say hello, everyone. Now let's see what's important to y'all. What's so important for y'all? And tonight we're going to be interacting. We chat a little bit, but I'm be going over the information. And I'm telling you, because we're talking about what's risk. We need to know what we putting up on the table when we file for an increase, what we could possibly lose, and the things we could possibly gain. Okay. Cost benefit analysis. Like I said, tax-free income, close to about $4,000. No taxes on it every month. Property tax exemption. MG Smith, that he said earlier, tax-free income exemption. And they're saying hi. Now, listen with the brother. Military Mike says dental and job protection for me, because when you have what we said, that points for being a veteran, disabled veteran, you have a protected status, especially you working for the federal government, right? And everybody's saying hi to Scott and Isis World. And Scott and Isis World say, I did a claim for hypertension and was service connected. Took 21 days. Everybody say some love to him. We always take our time for that. Look what Coasty said. Now, man, everybody, compensation and vehicle registration. Yes, indeed. Everybody showing love. We thank you. We got Betty Bob saying congratulations. And then Scott says, thank you. Oh, man, this is wonderful. We're almost hearing it every week, sometime every night, somebody getting some kind of increase. Then we have MG Smith, congratulations, Scott and Isis World. And then we got Coast to say, congratulations, Scott. Now, listen what Betty Bob say, income, school first, IT degree. Oh, okay. So that's a good thing. Okay. Now listen what our brother and our brother Milton might say, congratulations. Now listen to this. Charlton say, I get more senior citizen benefits in Pennsylvania than veteran benefits because you need 100% to qualify for the veteran benefits. They are really steep there. Some states require that you have 100% rating. I got my tax exemption in Texas with IU, which I was paid a 100% rate, but I wasn't a permanent 100% rating. So, we feel for you that. I wish your lawmakers would work on changing that, brother. Now, so that's what I'm saying. The compensation, and then to the right, as you see, the benefits, medical, housing, burial benefits, DIC benefits. So these are the ties. These are the things that we're going to cover. We have Jay in the house. Everybody say hi to Jay. Now let's continue, family. Now the part one that we just talked about. Now follow what I'm saying. It's going to be 3 parts, and then we're going to go into the information that I feel that is the most valuable. And I'm going to tell you about what decision I made, whether or not I'm going to file for the PACT Act right now and try to get, what do you call that? Chronic fatigue syndrome. We talked about it on the last, and you could tell us some of the things you're going to do. Well, like we say, the compensation, the percentages, this dictates everything, almost everything for what you get based on the percentage you got, and somewhat the service connection, but most of it rides on your percentage. I could pretty much tell what benefits you get based on your percentage. Other ones I'll be able to tell by what you're service connected for. Okay? And everybody's saying hi. Even Shipmate J. Oliver, you follow me. They say showing love to each other. Now, family. Then after the percentage, remember we're going to show how the other two tie into it. Part 2 is the money we just talked about. So based on your percentage, it's going to be based on what money you get specifically. You know, I'm talking about just the scheduler rating, not the extra scheduler ratings right now. All right. So if you're a single veteran and you are disabled, the compensation you get from the VA is tax-free. You don't file it on your taxes. I saw somebody try to do that and they got in a lot of trouble because they thought that the IRS thought that it was income that they didn't allow to be taxed, and they got in all kind of jams. After I told them not to do it, some people avoided it. Then they came to me trying to get them out of trouble. I said, you the one that didn't listen to me, go find somebody else gonna help you. If I tell you something, I'm not gonna clean up no messes. Now we got Benny in the house, says H-Town Vet and Chat family. Yes, indeed, family, we are here. We're gonna keep this on point of what we're doing. In addition, as we said, you don't start getting compensated until a 10% rating. 0% rating is non-compensatable. Unless you have 2 0% ratings, you can combine that for a 10% rating. Did you know that? Brother Charleston, you do have more than one 10% rating? Oh, I ain't went over that law in a long time. That just came to me. Now, so VA compensation is exempt from federal and state taxes. Everybody's saying hi. Let us continue, fam. Now, listen, veteran with no dependents. Yes, I went over that on another video. Go look at the value of a 0% rating. If y'all look at that one, if you just have, let's say you don't have nothing but 0% ratings, there's a law where if you have more than 0% rating, that can combine to a 10% rating. Did you know that? I think I got the law and everything in there. And now listen, here's the compensation. We had one for 2023, 2024, and all the way to the left, the one that's darker, the current one. And if it shows what you get at a 10% rating, all the way to 100% and 10% increments. So 100% right now, just for the veteran alone, no dependents. And dependents are defined as spouse, children, dependent parents. Right now, just for the veterans, $3,831.30. Who think we're going to get a large raise here? If you think we're going to get a large raise coming up this year, put L in the chat for large, or you can put the word large. If you think we're going to get a small one, put S in the chat, small. What y'all think we're going to get? What do y'all think? Are we going to get? You can put 0 if you don't think we're going to get any increase. Let us know what you think, family. You can put L for a large increase, meaning over $100? Well, I'll say over $50. Because anything over $50 is large to me. So small. Give me the percentage y'all think we're going to get. That's the way to do it. 2.5% large. Dome say large. What's up, Dome? Long time. What y'all think? Y'all can give me the percentage with MG Smith say small. I got a feeling because they haven't been talking too much about the economy being bad. I think it's going to be, I don't know what it is, but you can put a percentage if you want to. H-Town say small. Jay says by 4.5%. That's decent. That's decent. Isaac World says 2.5. Betty Bob say large. And like we said what Jay said, MG Smith said. And Betty Bob say 7%. Ooh, that sounds good. Now that's large. See if anybody remember what's the largest one we ever got in VA history. See if you may not get the exact, but you can give the roundabout percentage. What was the largest we ever got? Let's see who says it first. So this is one of the things when I'm talking about filing for an increase, you say the largest was 5.6. What's the largest we ever got? And put E for put E before you put the percentage, so I know you're talking about the largest one ever. Put an E, then put the percentage next to it. Say we maybe get 3%. Okay, small 3%. Charleston say 3%. Brother Isa say 5.6. I like that. I like that 7%. Let us know. Put an E first, the largest you think we ever got. Now that it was larger than that, but this was a long time ago. It was larger than that, if I'm not mistaken. Nope, it was in double digits in the 1980s. Close. You went over. No, that's not the largest ever. And I may be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure I remember. The largest we ever got, they wasn't paying that much back then, was a little over 14%. Let's see. Where that percentage thing get? Back in the 80s, the largest we got was over 14%, from what I remember. Now I may be incorrect, so that's my memory, so that could be a bit faulty. So family, that's what I'm keeping in mind. If I file for something, I'm 100% permanent total. So if I open up a claim, it has to be worth it. If I'm already getting close to $4,000 a month, okay, it depends on how much more money I'm getting or what type of benefits I'm getting, where they might help me in other ways in life, like improving my house, improving my car, something like that, or getting extra home care. Oh, he finally said it. I was right, but he got the specific amount. It was 14.3. Boy, if we could get a 14, yeah, he said, wow, the junior enlisted got 14% this year. Wow. Did they? That's good. Now that's good. Now, also, you get extra money for your dependents. Now, this ain't going to affect me, but whenever you're thinking, if you're 30% or more, you have a 30% or more rating, you get extra money for your dependents at this point. At a 10 and 20% rating, you don't get extra money for your dependents. But between a 30 and 100% rating, you get extra rating for your dependents. So you have extra money for them. So you have to factor that in when you're making a decision to file for an increase. And one thing, if it's not enough to take care of your family, what do you really have to lose? If you got a 30% rating, yeah, you get a little money for your dependents, but you need more. You can't live off of that. Now, extra income, this is in addition to what you get after a scheduler rating of 100%. This is extra scheduler. So scheduler is based on the severity level of your condition. But when you deal with extra scheduler, like SMC, special monthly compensation, they look at the big picture. They saying the money you get for your condition based on the severity level of your condition is not all they're looking at. That's not enough to help you survive, because your condition may be where you can't move. You need other things that require extra money or benefits in order to do that. Okay? So that's what we're talking about tonight. Right? SMC, special monthly compensation. And we were bringing up the fact, and we're going to get to it at the end, that if H-Town goes and file for the PACT Act, if he gets 60% for chronic fatigue, guess what? then that means he 100%. I'm 100% already. With 60 to get about $450 extra a month in addition to my check. Is that worth the risk? Filing for that increase through the PACT Act. Now, who in here has SMC or would like to get it at some time in the future? If you have SMC, put a what I want you to put. If you have SMC, just put SMC. If you don't, I guess you can just put in there. You can just say, I have it, or you can put a yes in SMC if you have it, and SMC if you like to get it in the future. Or you can put, let us know if you would like SMC, if you have SMC. Special monthly compensation already, or you just say if you're working on it. Who in here has SMC? SMC, okay, I don't have it, but I like to get it in the future. We're going to see when that's going to be. We're going to talk about it in a second. So Jay has it. Okay. SMC. If you have SMC, put SMC. No SMC, but Gary would like to get it in the future. If you have no interest, you don't have to come in at all. I need it in the future. So it's interesting. MG Smith is saying he may need it in the future. Now, bedridden. Now, when you get bedridden, you ain't got no choice. You're going to need help, and your family may not be able to take off from work. So MG Smith say need it in the future. Betty Bob say need it in the future. Yes, indeed. Family, we got to plan these things out and talk about it. Bedridden, you may need that help right now. You have no choice to file. How they going to decrease you while you're bedridden? Now, housebound. You can't leave the house. So that's going to need other people to help you go get stuff. That could be because of your physical condition or your PTSD is so, or any mental health condition is so bad that you can't leave the house because you might be a danger to yourself or others. You could either get housebound or I think housebound or aid in attendance, which is in that I work. Now the third part, we talked about the compensation, the things you can get that's monetary, right? Dealing with your percentage. Now the third part, we're going to deal with the things that are in the forms of benefits. The benefits package, right? Now, usually, if you in any of the armed forces, whether it's Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Space Force, Coast Guard, and you got out of, now look how slick they are, conditions other than dishonorable, because you can get some benefits. You might be able to get your full compensation if you have a general discharge. I would say upgrade it. Why? Because some of the state benefits you may not qualify for without an honorable discharge. And that's where the property tax exemption come in. That's when getting the car registered come in. Now, some benefits you get without a service connection, some you get with. We know VA disability compensation is one of the benefits you get, but being buried in a national cemetery, you don't have to necessarily be service connected, but you will get a stipend if you are. The VA home loan you can get without it. When it comes to the VA hospital, some people get treatment at the VA hospital for service connected disabilities. Some get it and they aren't service connected. I got it and I wasn't service connected. But when it comes to community care, the VA clinics, you can get care there too. Community care, you have to be either service connected for the condition or 50% where all your treatment, no matter what the condition is, you get treatment for it, except dental, unless you're service connected for dental. And that could be with a 0% rating. If you're not service connected for dental, you have to be 100% to get dental. Now listen what I like this. Look what they saying here. Jay Oliver say, spouse buried in cemetery also. Now, let me ask y'all here. The spouse can get buried in the cemetery. Who else can get buried in the cemetery also besides your spouse? Let us know, family. Who else can get it? If you think of it, one could be any dependent children, okay, that's still on your benefits. Now, you'll know if you're service connected because you're going to have the proper letters. You're going to have to be able to verify and identify this here to apply for many of the benefits. At the federal level, you got to have your decision letter, notification letter, award letter, and I'm still waiting on my VA code sheet. It's important to have the VA code sheet. Please go back and watch our videos on these topics. They're short. They're between 10 and 12 minutes, but we break it all the way down with an example. Now, why is a 0% rating so important? Well, you got your foot in the door because you can always file for an increase. Department of Veteran Affairs recognizes disability as service connected. So you got nowhere to go but up. That's a protected rating, but you're not compensated for it. Now, you get at a 0% rating, you can get that burial allowance now, okay? Even though you're 0%, you get other benefits. So now that you're a disabled veteran, you can get that $2,000 burial and plot allowance. Now, somebody tell me how to get my code sheet again, because I went up there and asked them for it, and they supposed to send it to me. Now, he said I was emailed my code sheet after I called the 1-800 number. I'll call the 1-800 number. Somebody give me another way to get my VA code sheet. Family, anybody got any other examples? Because I want to know that. I really need a solution to that. Somebody tell me where, and I'm going to take it, because y'all told me stuff before, but you know my mind. Because I got to, okay. So let me see. So that code sheet, I need to know where to get that code sheet. The one in the bottom right-hand corner. H-Town, call the VA White House 1-800 number, ask for your code sheet. You can request, email it. Okay, I'll do that. So I'm gonna do that. And if that don't work, I'm calling the 1-800 number. Oliver, you gave me that. Give them the number again if you got that. You say, did you go to your regional office, VA regional? Yes. And they gave me the other documents, but they said that was an internal document that they had to put in a special request and all that, and I ain't got nothing. They do me like that. Yes, I did. But that was over a month ago. And I ain't got nothing. Now we got Paul Cox say, evening, H-Town and family. Thank you for being here. Family, that's what I want to know. Give us that 1-800 number if you can find it again. I know you gave it to us before. We want to put it back in there, sister. You can put it in the chat. If they won't let you do it, we'll do it like we did last time. Now, I'm pulling up some things here, family. So in addition, like we said, it's good because they give you some things toward the veteran's burial, but that stipend for being a disabled veteran is very important. Watch our video, what to do when a veteran passes away. All right. Thank you, Paul Cox. We thank you for being here. Very important. And that clothing allowance. If you get a clothing allowance, put a CA in the chat. If you receive a clothing allowance, some of you said it, let us know. Clothing, am I correct on the amount? Put a CA in the chat for clothing allowance. If you get a clothing allowance right now, let us know. And you can let us know if it's for a cream or is it for a prosthetic device. Let us know. So our brother military Mike gets a clothing allowance. Okay. Let us know, family. Now, is that the right date? So possible eligibility for a yearly clothing allowance, $1,024.50 if damaged clothing is related to service-connected condition, meaning you wearing some type of brace that may damage your clothes, or creams that's on a list that damages your clothes. Now, also, have anybody applied for the life insurance? Tell if you got one of these life insurance. He say the pleasure is mine, H-Town. You guys and gals are turning out the information. Yes, indeed. Let us know if you have VA Life or SDVI. That's the old life insurance. Go watch our video using this thumbnail, and we compare the two. I stuck with SDV Life. That was the old one. I'm grandfathered in, but if I go to VA Life, I lose that. Now, who has VA Life or SDVI life insurance? Which one? These are insurances for disabled veterans. So let us know. Just put which one you have, if you don't mind. We helping others, so a lot of people need to know this. I have SDVI, and then Military Mike said I have let's see. Okay, you have VGLI. I've had that before, but I didn't. Is that a disabled veteran life insurance? I think that's a life insurance just when you were in the military and you get out. I had it, but I let it lapse. And they say, H-Town, I sent you the White House number by email. Right now? Did you send it again? Because I know you sent it to me before, but I may not have time to look for it, sister, because you know you send me a lot of emails. Yes, you did. All right. Well, the White House number is the regular 1-800 number. Okay, I got what you're saying. The White House number is the same as the regular 1-800 number. All right. So there go the White House number. So if y'all need the information, our sister done put it out there. There it go right there. Now, Jay Oliver say, I have VA life insurance for disabled veterans. Do you like it? How do you feel about it? Let us know if you have VA life, what you like it. Because, you know, what if I want to change over? They pay my premium with SDVI, so I ain't want to change it. Now, Rose City D say, good evening, H-Town vet. But the benefit of VA life, you can get more insurance. That's the key. Now, Rose City D say, good evening, H-Town vet, and salute the chat. Got my CNP exam in 2 weeks. Yes. What are you going for, brother? Yes, I sent you the number again. I just texted to you. Yeah, I put it in the chat. Thank you. Here it is right there, the White House 1-800 number. I think that's just the regular number. I didn't know that was to the White House. Now, listen, Military Mike, so both of y'all was right. Military Mike say SGLI or Veterans Group Life Insurance is a life insurance program offered to service members after they leave the military. I had it. I wish I would have kept paying it. Everybody speaking, and we're sorry, I didn't pull that up. Now, well, Rose City D, how are you doing? Been missing you. Yes, indeed. Now, Jay Oliver say, I like the premium and its withdrawals out of my check every 2 years to mature. Okay. So let's talk about it. Let's see, family, we talking about this. See, I told you we're gonna do this where it's interactive and we gonna clear some things up with each other. Come on, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Then Military Mike reminded me about that life insurance when we get out. He said SGLI allows you to convert allows them to convert their service member group life insurance coverage into a renewable term life insurance policy. Oh, then we got Love say he in the house, just arrived. Hello, H-Town, and everyone. Thank everybody, show love. Now, say going to run errands. I'll be back in 45 minutes. I'm sure we're gonna be here, sister. We're going over some of your information. So thank you, sister. Now let's see what y'all got. Thank everybody. Tell our sister to be safe, Alaska Nights, because she's an important part of our life. And Charleston, love, evening. Then Alaska Nights say VA Cold Sheet Regional Office. Okay, I guess I'm just waiting on it. It ain't been about 3 weeks to a month. Betty Bob say, hello. How long y'all think it'll take the regional office to get it back to me? I requested it already about a month ago. Betty Bob say, hello, love, how are you? Coast to everybody saying hi. Okay. So Alaska Nights gets a clothing allowance too. Say, how you been this week? Let's see. And she said, Betty Bob say, be very safe. You are loved. Yes. And you are so much so. Y'all important here. Ain't no faking here. Now let us continue, family. Now, as we go through these, we're not going over all of them. You got to go watch our video. I'm just telling you what, if I was to have them, what would be important. Let me ask you this here. Who has adaptive vehicle, automotive adaptive equipment? My friend, Sergeant Major D, he about to get his a ramp put on his house. Who has that? See, if you have a disability that require that you can't get in your car, you might be able to get it even at a 0% rating. Now listen what he says, Rose City D. I got my diagnostic code sheet mailed to me sake day. Okay. Now listen to what, see, we're getting good information here. Dallas says, I requested my code sheet through my VSO and received it the next day through an email from the VA. You know what? That's true. I got mine through my VSO, my first one. I just want an up-to-date one. You know, I did. He printed right off, right there. But at first, I didn't know what the case, it was that. Okay. Now listen to what our brothers say. H-Town Vet, is there a compensation office at your VA hospital? There were. Now, when you say compensation, there were VSOs up there, but not a compensation office. There are people that help with your claims. One guy actually worked for the VA for years, and he helped people that claim, but once he did certain things, he would refer you to Texas Veteran Commission, American Legion, and people like that. And they also had offices. Some of them had offices at the VA hospital. Now listen, Love say, H-Town, that number is VA info hotline, not directly to the White House. So let me know that. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. What's the difference between that? Say, wait a minute, H-Town. How did you tell me to get my rating code sheet and you don't have yours? I have mine, but I want an up-to-date one. I want to see how long it would take me to get it. Because I got it, I got it from my VSO. I'm doing kind of an experiment to be able to see, can I get it? Because I'm so rusty, I haven't done it in a long time. They got different ways to get it. My VSO ain't there no more. I don't have a VSO anymore because he's the one I trusted. So I'm trying to find other ways that y'all are using to get it. It's just an experiment, okay? But thank you for checking me. I went to the regional office, so I'm seeing if that worked. If not, I want to call the 1-800 number. Now, Rose City D say you can call the regional office and tell them. I don't think you can call the regional office. I ain't never been able to get through with the regional office. They send you to the main number, the main number. And you say you can call the regional office and tell them you would like them to send your diagnostic code sheet and ask, can they email it to you? You know, that's what I want to do. If they say no, call back and ask somebody else. Family, can I come up on the screen? This has been one of the best techniques that I've ever used. I lost so much money by somebody telling me what they couldn't do at the VA and didn't come back for years. And I lost money because I can't even remember that person's name. If one person, listen to what Rose City D say, if one person tell you no, go back and talk to someone else. Am I right? Real talk. Call the VA benefits office. Okay. She said, okay, H-Town. Yeah. I'm experimenting. I got mine, but thank you for keeping me in check. Now, listen to what Love say. My question to everyone, how long did it take everyone to their VA benefits, and did they get everything they applied for? I did not get everything I applied for, but it took me some years. My first service connection was in 2007, and I had applied in 2004. And remember, I had to apply back in 99, was denied everything under the Gulf War thing. But I applied again in 2004 for PTSD, and I was given 0% in 2007. Now, but I was denied like 8-10 things. Now, listen to what Jay Oliver says. My VA hospital has a compensation office. They may have one now, and I just don't know it. I ain't really been going there for years. I only go for little small things. And I was able to get DD-214 and other day printed in 2 minutes by filling out a FOIA request on the spot. Yeah, I was able to get some stuff like that. They only give you but so many pages, I think. Because when I go to the reading office, more than 6 pages, we got to send it to you. Now, Love say, I never take no for an answer. That's the way to do it. Now, Betty Bob say, never take no for an answer, my brother. Rose City D broke it down. Look, everyone, it depends who picks up the phone. It all depends who picks up the phone and how they feel. Did you hear what she said? So we'll be making life-changing decisions based on who picks up the phone and what's their mood at the time. Somebody told me I didn't qualify. I walked away and look, you remember that travel pay? They used to pay cash. When I first got Service Connected, I asked the guy, is that where you go to get, do they pay you for travel? Oh, he said, don't worry about that. You don't qualify. I walked away, didn't come back for a whole year. And I couldn't tell you that person is to this day. They were a stranger. Huh? And even if I saw them, they wouldn't take no responsibility. They weren't going to pay me the money back. And they only went back a year. Come on now. On the travel pay. I just happened to look up on a nice woman. I was really ready for a fight. Yeah, sometimes ain't that sad? You got to be ready for a fight. Now listen to what Charleston says. H-Town VSO, say county VSOs are employed by each county. Back in 2001, my county didn't hire one. I had trouble back then when county, they were screwed. They screwed me. I hate you had that bad experience. Now listen, he said H-Town going for an increase on neck, back, and sleep apnea. So anybody going for increases right now, let us know what you're going for an increase for. Because we're talking about the risk of increases tonight. He say, real talk, Betty Bobs. Betty Bobs say, thank you, love, love. He say, real talk, Betty Bobs from Love, Love. He say, I get different answers depending on who pick up the phone. Real talk. Let me ask you this here, family. If you get different answers from the VA hotline or phone line, depending on who pick up the phone, put a 1 in the chat. If you get different answers, you got for the same question, put a 1 in the chat. If that's ever happened to you, you call about the same thing, somebody tell you something different each time you call. Put a 1 in the chat. Now, family, Rose City D has. Now, like I said, I don't think I'm doing the voc rehab or veteran readiness employment. And also, fam, while you can get the VA home loan, if service connected, if your service connection takes place after you buy your home and use the VA home loan, that funding fee you got to pay might be $5,000, $6,000, $10,000. You can get that money back if your service connection fall, your award effective date fall before you bought your home. Even though you might have got it, if you already have your service connection to do it, you're going to get your money. They're not going to charge you right off the bat because you're going to show them your award letter. So different answer, Charleston. Every time he call up there, come on, fam. If you got different answers, Charleston say that. Coastal say he got different answers. Betty Bob say she got different answer. Now listen to Betty Bob. She say increase. Everyone, I just got my sleep study test from March 2025. I got the sleep done in civilian lung clinic. Can you use that as evidence to file a claim? Oh, love say almost every time he call, he get a 1111. Now listen to what love said. A lot of people is not getting everything they apply for and have to submit supplemental claims and appeals. I mean, all that's just too much. H-Town, yes, I can. Okay. Talk about it, sister. Now, this is what we want to explain. Unless you service connected for a disability, if you service connected for a certain disability, all treatment for that disability is free. All right? Between 0% and 40%. Once you get a 50% VA compensation rating, okay, all your health care is free except dental. Now, you can go to community care too. Now we have Farm Girl, Rebel, Evening Family. Everybody show love to Farm Girl, Rebel. Say, Betty Bob saying hi to her. Military Mike saying hi to her. And Coastal. How are those farm animals? How's your family? We pray for y'all that y'all be blessed out there living in rural areas. She said, started to drive, so can't respond. Hope everyone is good. Okay. Just listen in whenever you get home. If you got a time, if not, watch it on the replay because we want you to get home safe. You hear me? That's important to us. Now, Charleston say, Evening Farm Girl, Rebel. And then now listen to what Love say. Jay Oliver, who did your claim and did you have a simple claim? Now, what would y'all consider a simple, straightforward claim? I like the statement. What's a simple claim? Usually, secondary service connections are pretty simple. Either it's connected to the primary condition or not. But establishing primary service connection requires medical records, in-service connections, so all that stuff. You hear what I'm saying? Come on, let's talk about it. Everybody's saying hi. I like that statement, love. Let me ask this here. If all your health care, if you there already, if all your health care at the VA hospital, we ain't trying to make nobody feel bad because we want you to get yours too. But if all your health care is free because of a service connection, well, now it have to be all of it. It have to be you 50% or more. Who get free health care at the VA? Just put free medical or free VA medical. Whatever. Who get free VA medical at the VA? It just put free. If it's at the VA, if you get it, just put the word free. You're saying how? Okay. Free medical, Paul. Come on. Talking about all your medical free, at least 50%. We ain't talking worry about dental right now. Free medical. That means whether you service connected for it or not, it doesn't matter. Come on, let's talk about it. Coasty say free, because you know he got that. Everybody being blessed, because Coasty got that. And we want others to get that. Some of you may get it, and you might not even be 50%. I know people get it too. I don't know how they got it, but I don't question them. MG Smith, Rose City D, Benny, and Betty Bob's. If you have a 40% rating or less, zero, we want to get you at least to 50%, because one of the main reasons people file bankruptcy is because of medical. And for years, I didn't pay for the medical care. I paid the copay though. Free VA, they take too long. Yes, they do. Free VA healthcare. Who prefer to go outside? Who prefer outside MD? Put outside DR. If you rather outside doctor or put outside doctor. If you prefer outside doctor, put outside doctor. If you prefer VA, put VA doctor. You prefer outside doctor or VA doctor? What do you prefer? I prefer outside doctor. Other than my mental health, I like my doctor. I love my doctor. Okay, A. I don't know what the AO means. Outside doctor or VA doctor? Let us know. Love say simple claim is assumption medical claims of the VA list. Let's see. So he prefer VA doctor. Now let's see. Say FYI family, learn today AFF firefighting foam is not Impact Act. No plans to include in future. How you feel about that? Is that fair? Oh, so Coast, it depends whether he go outside. Some I like outside, like most of my stuff I like outside. I prefer to do dental outside. Let us know what you prefer to do outside. I prefer to do, only thing I want to do at the VA hospital is mental health. Other than that, I want everything else outside. Huh? Everything else outside. How you feel about it? Now, Betty Bob says outside doctor and I use civilian VA take too long for community care. Here 4 months minimum. Oh boy, that's a long time. Now, Love say it depends which doctor is going to help you and got to bat for you. Yes, go to bat for you. Go to bat for you. So that was interesting. Now listen to what Jay Oliver says. AFFF is Terra and jet fuel if CMP used for dry eyes. What about that foam? That firefighter form, you saying it is, Jay Oliver, let us know. Because we want to make sure our brothers, we want to get that clarified. So we'll know it's straight. Because Brother Charleston said no. So let's try to get to the bottom of that. Betty Bob say, all my dental through private insurance. I want to do it all through community care, but I don't like this community care doctor. It's like he running a puppy mill, telling me what he gonna do to my mouth without my input. Man, if you don't go sit down somewhere, I want somebody else. Now, wouldn't inform me of stuff that the VA said. Just very bad communication. So I can't use that doctor. I'm gonna try to see, can I get somebody else for community care? Gary said, regular care, VA is good. I just had spine surgery and picked a civilian spine surgeon because I want control of who was cutting on my neck. The rest of my life depends on it. Yes, some of you have the benefit of having more than just VA life insurance. I mean, VA healthcare insurance. I'm sorry. Now, then Love say, Jay Oliver, sounds like you had simple claim, got approved right away. Are you still fighting for anything else? Good question. Jay Oliver say, same for firefighting foam for dry eyes for ophthalmology. The marriages? I have to see what that word is. I'm not saying. We're going to check that out. I'm going to have to pronounce that properly. Now, family, medical is very important. That's things I'm considering. Well, community care is very important. Now, go ahead and be real. Overall, who likes community care over VA healthcare? Overall, I'm talking about overall. We said individually what you like. I put CC if you prefer community care overall. If you prefer VA overall, just put VA. I ain't talking about specific thing. I'm just overall. If you had your choice and you could only choose one or the other, which one would you choose? I would choose community care. Betty Bob say, if I had to choose, it'd be community care. Now let's see what Brother Military Mike say. H-Town, a lot of those dentists be trying to pull out all your teeth. They can if you let them. Yeah, they trying to do all kind of crazy stuff. On my healthy teeth, they want to glue something on a cap on top of my healthy teeth to put in the one that's broken. So you're gonna take two of them, have to put a bridge for what? When you just take out the one that's broken. Man, get out of here. So if he had to choose, MG Smith say he would choose VA. Jay Oliver say VA for the equipment, but community care for the attitude. Which one you choose if you only choose one though, Jay Oliver? Now, Rose City D says, I've only been to the VA. My doctor, therapist, and podiatrist are good. Okay. Some people have very good experiences at the VA with most of their doctors. Most of my doctors have been good. I just don't like the attitude of the front desk people. I really don't like for some of them. It's hit or miss. And some of them can be very rude and nasty. Am I making it up? Am I exaggerating? Now, so other things depend on if you want to file for increase. If you got a temporary 100%, yeah, you want to file for an increase before that. You're only going to have that until your condition gets better. If you have prostate cancer, they're going to give it to you until they remove your prostate. Then they'll pay you for the residuals. If you have 100% permanent total, that's when you kind of sitting in the middle. Should I file for something else? Because I got the highest rating with the most protection, scheduler rating that is. IU, temporary, just like temporary 100%, IU, eventually you want to file for a permanent total status. And you can do that individually. I did that. I had individual unemployability, IU, and I filed simply for permanent and total status. All I needed was one symptom at the 100% level. And TDIU is a form of unemployability, but it's a permanent rating, just like 100% permanent total. You just have work restrictions, and as far as working in a sheltered environment, and if you work, income restrictions on how much you can make under the poverty level. So we have 14 likes and 19 watching. Thank y'all, family. So watch our video on the 4 types of 100%. Now let us know which one you think would be best for you. If you haven't gotten it yet, which one would be best for you? Now, death and indemnity compensation, the payment, this is tax-free money too. So if you die of a service-connected disability, or just like with the hospital care, if you get at least a 50% rate, if you have 100%, let's say you have 100% rate in at least 10 years, it doesn't matter what you pass of. I forgot what I asked when you said two. Forgot what I asked, boy. I forgot that. So these are the things you got to consider when you file for increase, and that necessary dental care at 100%. IU, you can get it IU or TDIU, or 100% permanent total. I don't know about a temporary 100%. I think you can too. I think I remember that. Now, yes, I think you can temporary 100% too. Now, this is my issue. I'm 100% permanent total. So if I try to file for something, a claim, it got to be worth it to me. And maybe some of you feel the same way, maybe not. It depends, okay? Because you got to think about it. At the 100%, I got the educational benefits for my daughter. She's already exhausted. She used hers, and she's out of school. So I don't have that to worry about. Champ VA, she used the Champ VA while she was in school, so I don't have to worry about losing that. But being able to do the space age travel, you have to be 100% permanent total. It's not enough just to be able to get on the base. You can travel to all these places, but they have made it difficult lately to do it. See, they made it difficult for at the bases for you to travel. It's kind of weird. And he say, love, say real talk, H-Town. What more could you get? We're about to talk about that. And then I'm going to ask y'all opinion on whether or not, just wait, hold your opinion, I should file, and then I'm going to tell you what decision I made. And it's okay if you say different, because I could change my mind later on. And then you don't have to be 100% to go to the store, but I do use my ID. Now you just have to be service connected. You can use the commissary and the PX at a 0% rating. You just have to get a certain letter. But I use my ID card, my 100% ID card. So I can go to the commissary and get groceries. That same card, I can also go to the military store exchange, no taxes for the stuff you buy. And this is for online too. All right. That's okay, J. Oliver. Thanks for the information. So, fam, these are the things that I got to consider when and I got to worry about the state benefits. Remember, if I file for increase and they open up my 100% permanent total, I could actually lose. Think about it. All right. We're going to talk about it. Think about the state benefits. You know, what states do you think are the most veteran friendly? Oh, you went straight at it. I ain't going to tell it right now. That's part of the build up. She says, how long have you had your 100% PNT? Okay. Man, God dog. I can't tell you right now. She said, H-Town, you know how I feel. We're going to find out in a minute how you feel. Hold it right now. I know, but hold it. Now, Charleston say, H-Town, could you take the channel to Hawaii, Alaska to do remote? Yes, I could. If they have flights over there, I would have a civilian flight coming back. But yeah, if I really want to do it, I just been kind of stationary because I have young people in school. I'm gonna start getting around. I used to travel a lot. What states are the most, in your opinion? Tell us. Space Age Travel is what it's called for disabled veterans, or the John McCain Act. They named it after the late Senator John McCain. POW. Now, yes, I could, brother. Now, let me ask you this here, fam. What state to you, give us one state you think, in your opinion, it could be your state or somewhere, that you think is the most veteran friendly when it comes to benefits? Just your opinion. You don't, for something that where you would like to go because of the veteran benefits. I'm going to tell you the state that I think is the most veteran friendly. Not surprisingly, Texas. California has a lot of benefits, but it's so expensive. Now listen, Betty Bob said, I used to do those flights as a flight attendant. Oh, really? Those MAC flights? Oh, really? Coastal say Florida. That's one of the top ones. Yes, indeed. Betty Bob say Texas. But there's some up north. They got some good states up there too. On East Coast and stuff. H-Town, are you permanent and total? 100%, yes. Jay Oliver say Texas, but I will never be a Cowboys fan. Oh, he say, nah, I'm not a Cowboys fan. Betty Bob say those MAC flights. Yes, indeed. I didn't know you did that. MG Smith say Texas because most veterans live in that state. Now it's changed, so my thing is I haven't found the change yet, so I kind of still got it where California first. You say VA? Yeah. Virginia's good on veteran benefits. Virginia's good. They trying to drop one of them. Charleston say Hawaii and Magna PI. Do you understand? Let me tell y'all, man, he shouldn't have brought that up. I love Magnum PI. Even though I was a teenager, I watched the very first episode of that, and I was hooked ever since. Maybe it had an influence of me going in the military because I saw a man who was no longer military, but he just was a regular person, but he used to be in the military. And they go back to some of his military stuff, and he had his military friends, TC, his friend, all of them. I think they had been in Vietnam together. And that showed that real relaxed kind of thing. I just loved it. Magnum PI, that's one of my favorite. I could sit down and watch that. Oh man, you shouldn't even brought up Magnum PI. That guy was cool for me. He was decent people the way he portrayed, and it really was cool. Now, state by population, they say this has changed. Was California, Texas, and Florida, but I'm getting reports that Texas have surpassed California. Anybody got information saying that, let us know. But these are the three largest states when it comes to veteran populations. Could it have an effect that because they have so many veteran benefits, that's what makes them the largest veteran population? Do you think that's the case? Now listen, we say, Betty Bob say, I agree Charleston should make Hawaii cost of living is cheaper than there is in Maryland. Oh, really? Oh, they just went out of control up there in Maryland, huh? Man, y'all got me thinking now. I want to see how I can watch Magnum P.I. I love Magnum P.I. I love Magnum P.I. He played that part. When he got that part, he said he was pretty broke. And who knew it was going to be a hit? Remember, was it Higgy? You remember TC used to call him Higgy Baby? He didn't never like him calling him Higgy. Oh, man. So that's what we say, state incentive programs, a veteran incentive program by state. Now, they don't give you money. They give you incentives like tax breaks, property tax breaks, all type of free education, different things like that. Betty Bob say, I agree, Charles. Okay, I read that one. H-Town, we only live an hour. Wow. I can't believe it's an hour and 23 minutes to be exact. Now, Love say California has the whole Pacific Fleet station in California. You know what I like about California? If you want to use your benefits and be around the most bases, what state has the most military bases? Is it Virginia or California? Somebody let me know. In the words of the late DMX, somebody let me know. Because I love going to military bases. I know it ain't Texas. We have some. What state has the most military bases? Somebody do that trivia. Betty Bob say an hour's drive to Fort Meade, NASA. See, next to Fort Meade. Okay. Sits next. Okay. What state has the most military bases, family? Anybody just look it up or guess. Somebody, when you got the answer, when you got that, let us know. What's the best state? Come on now. Now, my state, let us know what your requirement is. Cali got the most bases. Okay. How many bases does California have? Somebody let me know. Our brother Rose City D say Cali has the most bases, because I know Virginia got a lot of them. Now listen to what Betty Bob say. That's why it's so expensive and heavily contracting here in Maryland. Okay. Wow. Man. You get that 100%, you should be straight though, sister. Here in Texas, like I'm 100%. Veterans with a 100% VA rating or unemployability receives, and TDIU, receives a total property tax exemption on their home in Texas. Any type of 100%. Lord, look how many installations there are in California. Rose City D says 123. Wow. Oh, and as confirmed, Military Mike says California has 123. Now somebody just said it. Love, he lives there. California is country in itself, a country in itself. So this is one of the things that I'm concerned about if I file for what I want to file for, trying to get the chronic fatigue syndrome, because I not only, remember I say, not only am I getting 100% pay, I'm also getting a total tax exemption, which, I mean, my taxes every month would be about $700-800, or about $800 a month, just the taxes, if I had to pay them, So I'm considering that. And our sister Betty Bob's kind of hinted at it earlier. I'm going to get to it. So these are the things that I consider. The Hazelwood Act. Hazelwood Act really ain't affected, because all you have to do is be a veteran from, what do you call it? A veteran from Texas, and you honorable discharge, you can get that for yourself. Man, I didn't know that. Maybe because I was in the Tidewater area. You say only 27 bases. They got almost 100 more bases in California. Now, listen, Hazelwood Act exemption. It could be for the veteran legacy program. You can share your 150 credit hours with them. But because I was 100%, my child got her own 150 credit hours of school credit hours for free. Any public school in the state of Texas, and she went to a public school in the state of Texas, public college, I mean. And so I'm already done with that. She's done. So if I won't risk that because she's already done with school. So that's not a risk. The Champ VA ain't a risk because you've already used it. The Chapter 35 educational benefits, she already used it. So is it time for me to take the risk and try to get an extra 60% so I can get special monthly compensation? Because some things ain't affecting. Let's talk about it. Then, does your state offers free driver's license? Texas does it at a 60% rating. These are state benefits now. Okay? Let's talk about it. Hold on, I think that's my niece. I've been worried about her. Give me a second. Let me see if that's my niece outside. Y'all chat a little bit. I'll be right back. You know, they get older, but I still worry. I'll be right back. Now, family, let me ask you this question. I'm back. So let me ask you this question. Our sister Alaska Nice coming back with that information. How much does it cost in your state? How much does it cost to get your car registered? In Texas, it's $3 for the first one. The other ones you got to pay full price. Now look at this here. See if this help you at all, my brother, Charleston, because we got to get into it. Alaska Nice was talking about these different chemicals, PFAS and PFAS are synthetic chemicals found in many products such as clothing, carpet, fabric for furniture, adhesive, paper packing for food, and heat resistant nonstick cookware. They are also present in firefighting foam. So that's why I wonder, what should we fight for that? What's going on? See, it's you see our sister, I don't know how to spell film foam, that's what it's called, AFF. Okay. Used by both civilian and military firefighters, also known as the forever chemical. Now, let me ask you, do civilian firefighters ever file claims based on exposure to the foam? Let us know that. Do you know that or not, Charleston? Or Betty, or Alaska Nights, anybody? PFAS are persistent. They do not break down. Remember that based over in Japan we talked about in the environment, and since they are used in the manufacturing of so many products, they are widespread international. So because they're fire resistant. Boy, y'all getting into it here. Now Charleston say, oh, I need to come pull myself up here because I want to read. PA registration free, 100% or income below 29,000. That's rude. That's ruthless. Everybody got to be 100%, man. I see what you're saying now, Charleston. Okay. Now Betty Bob say, hello, Alaska Nice, you're back. Now, prefer community care. Our sister say she prefer community care. I do too. We're on the same boat. Now, Betty Bob say Maryland, $120 for 2 vehicles. Okay, is that supposed to be reasonable? That's with the VA thing? Okay, now listen to Charleston. Hello, Alaskanites. Thank you for the information. So that explains why VA will not cover AFFF exposure. Explain what you mean by that, brother. Because it's in the environment in other places. Let us know why you say that. Better about say, thank you, Alaskanites. Yeah, when y'all leave, when love, leave and stuff. Now listen to what Alaskanites says. And I miss the nights. I miss my brother, Kevin Kobar Sr. I hope he's okay. All right. Now, this is the one that I've been trying to figure out. Thank you, Alaskanites. The VA Dental Insurance Program, DIP, VA DIP. I never figured out how to use it. Offers discounted private dental insurance for veterans and family members who meet certain requirements. My daughter in there being dramatic because she missed my niece too. She drove down to the old school down there in college, meeting with a friend and did some stuff as far as applying for some jobs. So when she going to her last semester, my niece, I don't like them driving in this rain and stuff. Am I too soft? I don't trust this world out here, man. These people ruthless, man. And the weather ain't much better. Now that's what who knows about this dip? Somebody tell us. Now, what I like about my benefits, you got to be at least 50% to get the DV tag, and I can ride all tollways for free. I wish this was my truck. I love this truck. This is a beautiful truck, but it's not mine. Boy, if I had this truck, because I had family members that had trucks like this. I love them. If I find me one, then I ain't gonna want to ride it because driving it because it don't have the update amenities. I got spoiled. Now listen here. Alaskanite says military veterans can shop at online military exchange such as AFES, MCX, and Coast Guard exchange. In the U.S., veterans may be eligible for commissary and exchange privileges if they meet one of the following. She gonna break it down. She ain't put it in there yet. Now, California has the fourth largest economy in the world, California, and they send in California too, in my opinion. What is a tollway? A tollway is like, J. Oliver, so like we have certain roads, freeways that have tolls over them. So you ride through the tolls, you got to pay 50 cents, $1, depends on which ones and where they're going, up to $2 and something at some of them. But when you're a disabled veteran with a 50% rating, you can ride all the tollways for free with every vehicle registered in your name. I apologize if you tell me if that makes sense. We're going to get into it in a minute. Now, also, and we went over this before, I'll show you. I got a description here in a second. Free parking. I like the free parking. I don't want to lose that by getting reduced because you don't know how far they might reduce me. So like all the meter parking, I don't have to pay. It used to be forever. Now it's for 3 hours downtown. Betty Bob says H-Town, that road sounds like Easy Pass. Yeah, we have Easy Pass too. Some of them used to pay money, now mainly Easy Tags. Or they have you put the coins in there by hand. Ain't nobody sitting in there no more. Yes, indeed. And in Houston, now I don't know what it is in your state, I can park downtown, like I say, for free. Even at the, yes, indeed, for 3 hours. Alaskanites know about this. Now, listen what Love say. Alaskanite, your information is always helpful because it really reinforces and it goes into more detail than I can put on a slide. I don't want to be too worried, so I really appreciate her help and the help that Betty Bob's, and the questions that y'all ask. Because Betty Bob's brought the information when Jay Oliver asked, what is the tollway? She made it sound more simple than me. Thank you, Betty Bob's. Now listen to what Alaskanite say. VA life insurance can offer financial security for veterans, service members, and their spouses and dependents. Children, explore your options, manage your policy, and file claims to get the let me see. Oh, so she went to the Hazelwood Act. Okay. Now, this is what I was saying about the Hazelwood Act. Every state, y'all might check your state. They have a state benefit when it comes to education. Not every, but many states. I know they have one in Illinois where you can go to school there, or your dependents might be able to go to school for free. You might have to live there. I don't know. Alaskanite says the Hazelwood Act is a state of Texas benefit that provides qualified veterans, spouses, and dependent children with an education benefit of up to 150 credit hours, 150 hours of tuition exemption, including most fees. Yeah, the fees ain't that much. They might have to pay a student service fee and for books, and they would have to pay housing. But the tuition is a beast. Charges at public institution of higher education in Texas, it has to be in Texas. This does not include living expenses, books and supply fees. You got to pay for those. The institution of higher learning is the final decision maker. Okay. But if it's a public school, they got to let you go for free. Private don't have to let you go. Private universities, no, because they don't get the funding from the state. Now, Betty Bob says, shipmate, I know you were alive. you were live. Okay, now Love say California parking is a little over 2 hours and extend to 8 hours to 8 p.m. Okay. Now, parking, family. Now I'm about to get to my answer. Family, we still under 2 hours. And I have almost 100 slides. So we getting through this. So this is what metered parking look like here in Houston. Most of them look like this. Who has their metered parking look like this? So I can park there for 3 hours without putting any money in the thing. And really until they put that line on there to count how long I've been there. Come on now. That's what metered parking looks like here. And also airport parking. Remember we talked about that. Now let's get to it. I got to catch up on the reading here. Look, she going all into it before I even pulled it up. You see how sharp this lady is? Y'all all just, man, all you guys, y'all just coming up with good information. This is helping people watching this live and recorded because we're able to condense things down and talk about a variety of benefits at one time, and we're going to hit something that somebody didn't know. Now, if you learn something in here tonight that you did not know, I did. If you learned something tonight that you did not know, put a 1 in the chat. Some of you didn't, some did. Put a 1 in the chat. I learned something new I didn't know. Because I said it earlier, but I forgot what it was. Now, Alaskanite say airport up to 60 consecutive days in an eco park lot or up to 5 consecutive days in a parking garage. The vehicle is parked past the complimentary period the veteran responsible for paying the daily parking rate for each additional day. That's after what's covered for free. Refunds will not be issued after a vehicle leaves the parking facility. Now, so let's say you accidentally forget to say it was exempt. They're not giving you no money back. Okay. I learned something new tonight. So did Charleston. So did Betty Bob's. A second filing is easier. Yeah, somebody learned. Remember I told you, if you have 20%, you can get a 10% rating. Who learned that? You need to put a 1 in the chat. Somebody didn't know that. Love say he learned some stuff tonight too. Now Love say California is adding more parking meters, extending the hours for parking. You know, another place that's trying to get real hectic about parking, Galveston Island, down here near Houston, on the bay, Gulf of Mexico. Oh, Gulf of America, he called it, huh? Did he ever change it to the Gulf of America? Now, fam, she just been hitting all. This is what the tollway looks like. I think Jay Oliver asked me earlier. This is like a tollway. So they have little, you know, but it's here it has little sensors that hit your license plate. And if you don't have the proper identification, used to be we just do it with our license, a license plate. Now you got to have the EZ tag, and they check it like that because it's ran by different people in Texas. Different people run different tollways. They got TxDOT, Hardy, and this is some of the tollways we have here. Fort Bend, West Park, right by my house. The West Park Tollway, one of the exits is my neighborhood, the name of my neighborhood. I'm not going to say what that is. Yes, indeed. The Hardy Toll Road, that'll go kind of toward Houston International Airport, back over to my old neighborhood of Phil Ward almost. Grand Parkway, that's kind of circle. Houston. Then the Houston, Sam Houston Toll is an actual circle. It goes in a circle. Then 610 is on the inside of that. Houston, I call the city of circles. This is why it's so beneficial to have my benefits, because I can travel without paying all this money. Some people pay up to $200. This is the actual tag. You see it right there? Over to the right. And that's the Katy toll. You see that? You know, they EZ tag only. That's the EZ tag. That's why. And me getting around, I can get downtown and other places easy. And Alaska Nights, do you have all your tollway things here in Texas? Let us know if you got your DV tags. I ain't trying to be too nosy. Just asking. Now, you know, now filing that increase, should I do it or not? Man, we're going to get to it. Remember what our man say, no victims. Now, so family, I'm 100% permanent total. So we're going to get to y'all. We want y'all input. I'll tell you when I need it. Should I open a claim? There's a possibility of getting reduced. Love, or somebody asks, why would I file a claim if I'm already 100% permanent total? Because if I was to get special monthly compensation, especially because I'm 100% for PTSD, if I ever got to that situation where I needed this here, you can get extra. You can get you get $9,559.22 a month. That's almost about 2.5 times what I'm getting now. That's an incentive, but I'm trying to do special monthly compensation a little different way. I want to do it on the PAC Act because y'all was telling me about the toxic exposure. I can go do the screening, and because I have chronic fatigue, and I think it's in my records, and last can I say I have DV tags. Okay. Now let's see. The DV tags are disabled veteran tags. and you can use them to ride the tollways here. I don't know how it work where y'all at. California just added a new parking law, daylight parking. You have to be 200 feet from a stop sign or any corner crossing street, or you will get a ticket. Wow. Tell y'all, I hear you. So if I do it under the PACT Act, or that's when I do it, I would file for chronic fatigue syndrome. Now, if I get at least a certain rating on chronic fatigue, when you're exhausted all the time, and that's me. I slept yesterday. I went to bed 3 times. I almost missed the whole day of Wednesday. I thought it was actually Wednesday today. But then I stay up. I'll be exhausted. Now, I need to start telling my doctor, if I get at least a 60% rating for chronic fatigue syndrome under the PACT Act, right? Then I could get an extra about $450 a month. Is that extra $450 a month worth it? Boy, y'all keep asking me the same thing. See, that's what, oh, Lord, I'm not going to tell y'all. Look, y'all are something else. Hold on. Hold on. I don't want y'all decision yet. Don't tell me what you think yet. So hold on. Charleston said, don't tell me your answer yet, but he answered the question. H-Town, how many years PNT? I'm not going to tell you yet. Y'all too sharp. That's why I like talking to Navy people. They talk a lot. They talk a lot of trash, but they be paying attention to everything. How can y'all talk trash and pay attention at the same time? Where does that come from? Don't tell me for being on the ship all the time. Something else going on there. Well, we just sit on the ship. Yeah, but y'all don't miss nothing. Y'all think y'all slick. I love Navy people, though. Yeah, dog. Let me see what they wrote here. Say, if I was in your shoes, I wouldn't. Hold on, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna get the PACT Act left out the name of claims or Agent Orange, radiation exposure, toxic chemicals. Now, I have a My Healthy Vet question. We're gonna get to it. We almost do here. Sailors are slick. Now let me get to mine. Hold on, y'all comments. Hold on, just listen to me for a second, because y'all trying to give answers away. And we're going to read that about now. So, let me ask you this here. In your opinion right now, without me giving you more information, do you think, write down which one you think, if I'm 100% permanent total, without the information I'm going to give you in a minute, am I at low risk, medium risk, or high risk? What do y'all think? I got it on the screen. Do you think if I'm that extra $450 a month, am I at low risk, medium risk, or high risk of them opening up my 100% and possibly getting a reduction? Love say low risk. And while y'all doing that, I'm going to read the question. H-Town, that comes from being around good Navy women. I hear you. You didn't read mine, H-Town. Oh, yeah, I'm about to read. You didn't read mine. I had to skip yours because I don't want to read the answers. I'm going to read y'all answers in a minute. So let's see. Low risk from Love. Low risk. MG Smith say medium. Betty Bow say high risk, don't poke the bear with the stick. Now I read it. Actually, it will help because you already have. Okay. Medium risk depends on the rule of PNT. Yes, indeed. This dude, y'all are too doggone sharp. It ain't tricking nothing with y'all. Now let's see what our sisters say. I'm gonna get to it. Cause I did. Our sister said I gotta go to her comment that I skipped. H-Town, don't poke it with a stick. I can't afford to take care of you. You are too high maintenance. Oh, did you hear? She said, I'm a high maintenance dude. That's right. It's all about Versace. You copied my style. Huh? Look, I like that expensive lotion. Ah, you can't see it because it's green because the screen back there green. That's what my daughter, she gave it to me. She bought all that expensive stuff. I had an extra in there. I said, I'm all ashy. This girl, when she was like 13 years old, 12, 13, she buying $20 lip balm. I didn't know. She say, oh, I left my lip balm stuff over at my niece's house because he spent the night over there. That thing cost $25, $30. I said, what? We both looked at like, what? Because my niece was coming to stay at the house with us that time. But they were kids then. They all used to come over here. And I said, we say, what? Who spend that much money on this stuff? On lip gloss? Now, if I were in your shoes, I wouldn't. This is what MG Smith say. At this time, it's just too risky for that little dab of money, about $450. But it still there if you need an ace in the hole. Boy, y'all talking. We're going to get to your question, Jay Oliver, about My Healthy Vet. We're going to talk about that. Let me read these questions. I got to catch up. It's hard to see them unless I pull myself on the screen. Say, Alaskan Ice say, on the highway, 99 Grand Parkway system through the northwest and northeast areas of Houston from I-10 near Katy. That's where I live over there. And Highway 1646 in Baytown. And kind of in Baytown, it's not a full circle like the other ones. Yes, indeed. Let me see. And let me see. Charles say, okay, now let me see. I read Charles. I'm going back to the other information. Betty Bob say, thank you, shipmate Charles. Now Dallas say low. Dallas McCoy say low. But even if they open your claim and you have current medical evidence, it would be hard to reduce, which is true if they follow the rules. Now, Love say, LOL, Betty Bops. But would it cause me stress? That's my concern. And anxiety. Because think about it. If I lose my 100%, I don't get the special money compensation because I'm not 100% no more. So it's two things at risk. And they could just deny me the special money compensation. No, they can't deny it if I had a 60%. They supposed to get it to you automatically though. I don't think they have to open up a claim. I think it's automatic. But you know the VA. Real talk, Betty Bops. I like that. Now Betty Bops say, was it Mac? It sounds like that MAC glass. Yeah, you don't really apply for it. I just thought about it. You automatically get it. But if you got to tell them, that is kind of opening up a claim though, ain't it? Because they don't automatically do it. I'm just concerned. Thank you, Love. And then Love say, expensive, same ingredients. I always compare before I buy clothes. Is the same way. Now listen what Farm Girl says. Farm Girl Rebel says this. I was only at 40%. I went for my increase on my neck and a secondary for my left arm. My neck did increase from 20 to 30%. And I was granted the left arm for radiculopathy went from 40 to 6%. All right. Jay Oliver say sleepless nights and sleepless days. Love say, you're very welcome, Betty Bops. Now let's get back to it. We went over that part. I don't know why I keep doing it that way. Let's talk about it. Okay. Now, all I need is a yes, no, or maybe. Okay. G. Oliver says 38 CFR 3.327. Just in here, all I want is I want the full word. Yes, should I go for the it's on the screen. Yes, no, or maybe. What do you say? Yes, no, or maybe. Just put a yes, no, or maybe. It'll be either for just put yes, no, or maybe. Should I go for being 100% permanent total? Should I go for the special monthly compensation, meaning that the PACT Act would be opening up a new claim. So even though, because I may not get 60%, they may give me 0%. They may give me 40%. They may give me 60%. They may not give me 6%. Should I go for it? And she's saying, Betty Bob say, once again, remember, you're dealing with people that don't like veterans and veterans that just don't want you to have what they have. Yes, there's some veterans that don't want you to have what they have. Now, Betty Bob say no. MG Smith says no. Speak your mind. Farm Girl said no. And Alaska Knight says no. Charleston says maybe. Love says yes. I got a yes in the house. Can I get an amen? Now listen, Betty Bob said, how long? Y'all keep asking me the same question. I'm gonna tell y'all in a minute. How long did I have my permanent total? Oh boy, y'all 100% permanent total. Then it say no. We're gonna get to it in a second. Betty Bob says no. Y'all say, my healthy vet 38 CR, yes, if it's strong. Because I don't know. Look, if I go to the PACT Act and I go over to the VA and they do the screening and they open the VA open up a claim, once I get a diagnosis through the screening, that's an open claim. So that means they can open up other claims. If I'd have to hope I got a 60% or higher for chronic fatigue. And if I did or didn't, they can still open up the claim and not even grant me but a 0%. Come on, let's talk about it. Now, he brought up an interesting point. I changed to yes, you got letter of sarin gas, 100% service connection, because I got 2 letters from the federal government, the Department of Defense to be exact. I'm going to show them to y'all. I'm going to put them on the screen. And they admitted that I was exposed to sarin gas. It was like, I forget how many of us it was. And don't get troubled. But they did a study since then, and many of the people of us, I forget if it was about 800 or a few thousand of us at young ages. We talking about when they did a study, we were in our 30s. A rare amount of us had, not me, but a rare, unusual amount of us, meaning more than usual, had forms of brain cancer. I don't have no brain cancer. I ain't had none, but I'm just telling you, many of them start developing brain cancers in their late 20s to early 30s. You hear what I said? That were exposed to that chemical score. We don't know if it was just sarin gas there. We were exposed to a lot. Now, Betty Bob say, once again, we deal with people attitudes, yeah. And some of them veterans may not want me to get it. Now, listen, J. Oliver say, you got a letter to get your check a portion to. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I know how to fight, but I don't know if I got that fight in me no more. I just, am I too beat down? I'm all cried out, as the song would say. But should I always keep the fight? Love says, H-Town, who did your claim? Not. I haven't done that claim yet. My other claim. So let's see what we got here. I don't know which claim. I haven't done the Pack That claim yet. H-Town, you still young and still full of fight. If you feel good about it, then go for it. Let me come into it. I enjoy all your answers. I chose no. But it's not for the reason you think. Y'all are right. I should go for it. But there's a certain reason. Look at he said, oh, he got me. Charles say, H-Town, buckle up, Buttercup. Oh, my healthy vet. But it's got to keep bringing my healthy vet up. Now he say, we got to get that my healthy vet. H-Town, who did your first claim? American Legion, my man, he retired. So I don't really trust nobody after him. He got me from 0 to 100%. You understand? He the reason I'm able to help veterans with their benefits. When I first started this channel, he was giving me the background information I need to do it. If I call him right now, he'll help me. You understand? Paul say, low risk, H-Town, you strike me as too smart to be rolling the dice. Real. Yeah, you're right. Nah, you're right, because I got those letters, but I don't like the feeling it gives me fighting. Remember, go watch our video, The Factors Affecting 100% Permanent Total. You going to jail, opening up a new claim is one of them. That's what we're talking about here. It could put you at risk, don't mean that it will happen. Now, listen what Betty Bob says. She says, H-Town, there is 38 CFR 4.23 for waters not to put their emotions into a claim. People go with their emotions. Come on now. Now, watch this. This is very important video so people can learn. Watch this. Everybody's still watching it too. And another thing came to my mind, how the VA do unwarranted exams. If they would break the law, so what makes you think if I filed for the PACT Act, they wouldn't try to go against the rules and try to take my 100% permanent total away? These are things on my mind. Remember, that's what they did. The VA break the rules. So even if I'm doing the PACT Act right, does that mean they're going to follow rules and not try to reduce my permanent and total 100% status? These are the things on my mind, right? Boom. This is the reason why y'all brought it up. You, Betty Bobs, and Charleston hit it right on the head. The reason I'm not going to do it right now is because of the 20-year rule. Okay, what is the 20-year rule? A disability which has been continuous, meaning it's at a certain level and it hadn't been went down like you got a reduction. Continuous at this level for 20 years. A disability which has been continuously rated at or above an evaluation of disability for 20 years will not be reduced. Okay? Well, y'all asked me the question. How many years do you have, H-Town? I know the exact, I can't say, but I know exactly when I make my 20 years. Okay? And it's, when will I have 20 years? What's this, 2020? About 4 years from now. So that's why I want to wait. I got 4 years. Can I wait 4 years, then file for the PACT Act? Will I be able to qualify at that time for the PACT Act? That way I know I'll keep my 100%. Now understand this. Now follow me this. Once my 100% permanent total is locked in for the 20-year period, follow me. If I file for the PACT Act then, listen to me, and let's say they gave me 6% for chronic fatigue syndrome, they can't reduce my 100% permanent total, but they can reduce my 60% or whatever percentage I get for the PACT Act, because I have to have that for 20 years straight. At least that's be the lowest at a 20-year period. That's 60%, or they could reduce that. Huh? Because that 20-year period only falls for that situation, that condition. All right? Now, oh Lord, listen to Farm Girl say, Farm Girl Rebels, you just break my heart. Don't say, I think I'll be dead before that 20 years. Nah, we blessed that you be here. Maybe. Betty Bob say 10 years. She says we have 21 watching and 18 likes. Family, we doing it in here. Paul say maybe. Now, why can't you file 4 years of intent to files? Because intent to file only going to cover 1 year. So when I get to my 19th year, should I submit an intent to file? Huh? When I get to my 19th year, should I submit an intent to file? Let me know, family, because Charleston just made me think of it. When I get to my 19th year, which is about 3 years from now, should I submit my intent to file? And once I get to 20 years, I just go ham crazy and file for everything that I need to file for. Should I wait till the 20 years? Give me your opinion. And last night I said I should submit that intent to file. Thank you, Brother Charlton, for making me think of that. Now, Love say, oh, that's why my rep said I will not be sent for CMP exam. I am way over that already. Come on, let's talk about it. Come on, what y'all think? Whatever rating you had for at least a 20-year period, if you've been reduced during that 20-year period, that's a reset. So let's say you started off, you had 60%, but you got reduced down to 30%. That's a reset, whatever the lowest point in a 20-year period. So now your 20-year period starts off with a 30%. But if it was always at 60 or more, it went up to 70, whatever, you're going to have a 20-year period for that 30, and you get to 70%, you got 20 years to lock in that 70. We showed you this on other videos. Boy, Jay Oliver say, you can gather evidence and treatment to bolster that. Come on. So you saying that 3 years, I can get the evidence that I need. So when it's time to do the PACT Act, I might even be able to get other things under Gulf War syndrome together. My evidence for that, right? Come on now. Alaska Knight says yes. Betty Bob, listen. Fam, I love y'all. You know what y'all doing for me tonight? Do you know having y'all in here supporting me, showing me love? You understand? Betty Bob say next year, 2026, my husband will have 20 years. He will not put in for any claim. He have 50% sleep apnea, 20% for both knees when he retired from the Navy. Now, if he ain't 100% put in a claim, I think. But the 20 years work on any rating. So right now, remember, I got my 30%. I got my 30% into about 2005 to the beginning of 2005. So that means I'm locked in for 30% because I've had at least a 30% rating for 20 years. So the lowest they can reduce me down to is 30%. 2007. So that means 2007, I got 50%. Now 2008. So when I get to 2028, right? that means I'll be locked in for 50%. Huh? I got I'm trying to see, did they go back to 2009? 2010, they got me at the 100% rate. Man. But from what I saw, they say they no longer provide me services. And I ain't gonna say the year because you got haters watching. You understand? Now, then it say go wait and do it intent to file. Okay, Love say wait for the 20 years, H-Town. Okay. Real talk, Jay Oliver. Now, yes, and you do aid and attendance, also SMC. I do that because once I get I ain't got but a few more years, family. We've been on this channel. How long I've been doing this channel? Almost going on 2 years now. So y'all help me through this here. Oh, that's personal. Sorry. Is this sarin gas thing a presumptive? I don't know. Somebody say sarin gas is on the list. Got a doggone. Oh, I almost hit my glasses. Sorry. I can't stand mosquitoes. They are bloodsuckers. Now listen. Betty Bob says, H-Town, it will take that long for all the appointments. 3 years, you have all of your evidence for medical. So you saying I'll have everything solid. Man, to get treatment for the fatigue, because I need more treatment because I don't know, man. I've been sleeping. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been exhausted. Now, Charleston H-Town, we just war planning with VA. We behind you, General. Salute. Carry on. Now, Love say presumptive claims are more simple claims. Yes. And then Betty Bob says, yes, H-Town, you'll have everything solid. Because I don't have it all solid yet. You know what I'm saying? I need to start, I don't know if they got, I need to start getting treatment for the chronic fatigue. And Farm Girl say salute. Yes, indeed. Family, do y'all understand? You're going to be here for that 20-year rule. You ain't going nowhere, Farm Girl. Those cows and goats and everything need you. Need all y'all. Now look, the levels of protection. Watch our video and live stream on the levels of protection. Temporary ratings don't have no protections. It's just a time period when they're going to reevaluate you. Levels of protection, the 5, 10 year rules, a permanent total rating, and the ultimate, what we all trying to get is the highest rating at for 20 years. And that's what we working on. But any rating you had for 20 years straight is covered unless you committed fraud to get it. Now, VA law, family, y'all can chat about what y'all want to. Go ahead. You know, if you got something, I'm going to go over some of the information we have here. Thank you for your patience. We just really appreciate you. And we value you for who you are. So let me pull up a few things dealing with VA law. Thank y'all, family. Thank y'all. First, I want to do what Alaskan Ice came up with. Was very good. I mean, this is very good. She talked about, and we're going to do a PowerPoint on this. Now, listen with JL. Anybody service connected for chronic fatigue syndrome, let us know. You're going to need equipment, bed, pillows, monitors, and all types of window coverings. Are you talking about for my chronic fatigue syndrome? Let me know what you're talking about. Oh Lord, because man, I'm gonna show y'all the next time we come Sunday. I'm gonna do my best to have letters where I can show you what the letters say. And don't let it upset you about the people with brain cancer, because you know they did the study and they was talking about they not for sure and all this, and I don't know what they're talking about. But I've been blessed so far. Now listen to what Alaska Knight says before we go into VA law. Let's see what she got. She says, Alaska Knight say the nerve agent in gas, aerosol, or liquid form enters the body through when you inhale it, or the skin, you can absorb it, and interferes with the nervous system. Sarin, Tubin, Soman, and VX are among the classified nerve agents. You educating me. I didn't do my education though. I didn't, because it was something that was so close to me. I just ignored it. I'm gonna be honest with you, because that kind of stuff really bothered me. The U.S. Army Demolition and Ammo Depot. Oh, that's exactly where I was at. Did you see what she just said? That's exactly what Alaska Nights, that's exactly where I was at. That name right there, Iraq, March 1991, after the Gulf War ceased. I told you when it was over, fire demolitioning and handling explosive ordinances during Operation Iraqi Freedom. So mine was that at that place, that whatever that KHAMISIYAH. That's what my letters say. I was there. Not at the Iraqi Freedom thing though. March. And we didn't blow it up. They was blowing it up. Now I guess they get something because they was blowing it up too. They might get something for the exposure. Thank you, Alaska Nights. That's what my letter. I'm gonna show y'all my letter, because this might help other Desert Storm veterans or some of the other later veterans. We got to get into this. Man, this is hard on me. I blocked it. I just tried to go away from it. Man, this is a sensitive subject for me, family. But I thank y'all for being there for me. J. Oliver, yes, or your CFS. Betty Bob say, J. Oliver sounds like my migraine. She says, that place, Iraq, because we're in the middle of the desert. They call it a place, but we was in the middle of nowhere. And the enemy vehicles, we didn't want to leave them there because they would come back and attack us with them. So they blew them up. Oh, Lord, this is crazy. Some of them with Jeeps and some of them with other vehicles, like our form, like of a 5-ton or a deuce and a half, their form of that. That's what I saw over there. Because I looked, and that's what I saw. You can kind of see them from a distance. I forget if I saw them in binoculars or not, but I saw them when they was blowing them up. I was just looking at them. But they say the wind blew our way. That's what they say in the letters. But they told us not to be worried. Before they did it, they say there's no chemical agent. This is what they told us before they blew them up, because they didn't want to blow them up and we started shooting at them. So they said it's no chemical agents. And the lie detector determined that there was a lie. In that part of Iraq, chemical storage demolition rockets filled with sarin. So y'all see, I'm not making this up. And they said that other one too. They said clysosarin. I remember now that in the letter. Mixes were found at a munitions storage depot in that part of Iraq that had been demolished by U.S. service members. I was there when they was blowing them up. I was there before the vehicles were blowing up. I was there after they were blown up. You said that enough, H-Time. It's just kind of emotional. Following the 1991 Gulf War ceasefire, the undetermined amount of these chemicals was released into the atmosphere. They kept telling us in the letter that they believe it was only low levels. How do they know and they wasn't there? How do they know what I was exposed to and my fellow soldiers, airmen, because we had airmen embedded with us? How they know? And there was Marines, we was all kind of mixed together. And I bet you they had some Navy out there. I'm gonna tell you something. Somebody was calling in them strikes, so they had some Navy in some of those doggone vehicles. I'm not stupid, because the Air Force had their own people in there to call in strikes. I never saw them. They just had on regular uniform, but people did have they branch of service on, but they had uniforms like us. Now, Charleston says, Alaska Nights, I thought to dispose of chemicals, they needed high temperature accelerants. Yeah, but you're talking about exposed. I didn't know it was a depot there. I thought it was just those vehicles. I didn't know they had a place where they were storing them too. I didn't see that. It must have been on the ground. I didn't see nothing but flat land and vehicles out there. So if they had some storage thing, it had to be on the ground or behind the vehicles that I saw. Man, Alaska Nights say symptoms of exposure to nerve agents, health effects depending on the amount of exposure to a nerve agent. Symptoms of acute low doses nerve agent exposure include runny nose, tightness of chest, pinpoint. Yeah, let's see. Abnormal restriction of pupils, excessive salivation and sweating, abdominal cramps. I felt that. Muscle twitching. I think I've had some muscle twitching, yeah. I ain't gonna say how much, but visual disturbances, yes. No slurred speech, nausea, yes. Oh God. Are you sure about the hallucinations, Alaska Nights? Alaska Nights. Hallucinations is one of the symptoms. And confusion. Really? I never heard that before. Thank you. I'm not doubting you. I'm just asking you. Wow. Where can I get more information about those symptoms and the rest of us of acute? Now, high doses of nerve agent, coughing and breathing problems, loss of consciousness, seizures, paralysis, comas, and potential death from respiratory nerve agent failure. So nervous system failure. I didn't pass, so I must not have had high doses of it. But some of them other ones, I had symptoms. I wonder where I can find out more about some of those symptoms. Oh, Lord. Love, Alaska Nights. Very helpful for this channel. She teaching me stuff. Family, I am the H-Town vet for the new people, but y'all got to understand, I don't know everything. And because some of the things I experienced, I've just blocked it out of my mind. And, I ain't gonna lie, when I saw that stuff talking about the studies they did and some of my fellow soldiers and others, airmen and Marines, and I know a few Navy was out there because they was dismantling tanks. Those doggone special forces, they crazy, man. I ain't trying to say y'all, man, they out there breaking the track off the tanks so we get ready to fight. They can't move. They spinning in a circle. Can you believe that? I say, man, them Navy people crazy out there they on one side of the tank. Listen, they on one side of the tank. The enemy, they on the other side disabling the tank. I say, man, special forces out of control. This middle of the night. Alaska Nights, very helpful for the channel. Yes, it did. Oh, man. Family, we got 23 people in here. Family, this is hitting me home. I'm gonna bring those letters up next time. If y'all have anything like that, y'all can talk and tell us about any letters you received from the VA about any exposure at military bases or when you were in deployments. Now, Alaska Nights say these initial symptoms of nerve agent toxicity occurred within minutes of exposure fatigue, irritability. Y'all sleeping all the time. Nervousness, yeah. Memory deficiency may persist as long as weeks after exposure. Let me ask you this here. I gotta ask y'all because this is really got me thinking about some things, family. Y'all, this is really heavy. Family, for those of you that watch this live and recorded, that's not a live stream where we don't learn something new. And this is being therapeutic and helpful to me because I try to help y'all as much as I can. Alaskan Ice said, those with mild to moderate nerve agent exposure usually recover completely. Okay. Betty Bob says, 20 likes and 22 watching. Now, Love say, H-Town, get you a electric bug zapper. Can I put a bug zapper in my house? These doggone mosquitoes in Texas. Tell them, Alaskan Ice, how big these mosquitoes are here. They look like small birds somehow. Now, you know, we're in swamp area. Betty Bob says, H-Town, that was a lie. That does travel around the world. And you were right there inhaling that air. Yeah. Let me ask you this here, Alaskan Ice. On all y'all, let me ask you, I got to just be straight. Hypothetically, if somebody suffer from hallucinations, but you're already service connected for hallucinations, can you, if that's a symptom, if you're already service connected for it, can you get it from chemical? If you got it from chemical exposure, you can't. Wouldn't that be pyramiding? If they try to give you, give it to you for, from exposure to sarin gas or some other chemicals, if you hallucinate because of that. This is something else, man. Why didn't it tell us this, you know? Until about 8 years later, I got the letter. Well, 1 in 99, so that would be 7 years after I got in the military. Alaskan Ice say on VA website. Okay, send me that link. She said, Love say H-Town, we all know the VA and the military will lie. That's true. I will send you the email. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Alaskan Ice. This is something that sits close to me because I had a lot of people that I loved, now male and female. Because remember, the wasn't just us combat units. You were to say the supply people, they would come back too. They right in the middle with big old trucks getting shot at too, you know. So all the men and women, so even though I was in the combat unit, we got our fuel from somewhere. We got our food from somewhere. H-Town, Alaskan Ice is a trusted source. Yes, indeed. I just didn't know these things. Say, get yourself a bug zap. I will. Boy, y'all hitting heavy. Now, any other statements? Family, don't let me kill the mood. Now, some things to know before flying. Space A, disabled veteran with retirees or in priority group 6. This means active duty members on emergency leave, post deployments, respite, and others that can bump you. Yes, indeed. $20 people watching and 20 likes. We thank y'all. She is a trusted source. Love Alaskan Ice and Betty Bob's and Charleston. All y'all are trusted source. You love. Yes, H-Town, of course. Just plug it, the plug zap in the wall. Oh, I never thought about that. I'm gonna get them because, you know, when I open my door to the garage, they just shoot in here. And when I come out the back porch, they be hanging on the door. They want to get in here. Yes, already service connected, Miller. Yeah. So yeah, I can't get both of them. I think mental PTSD is separate from chemical brain problems. So if I have a condition psychologically, but also chemicals can cause me to have it, that pyramiding, I can't get double compensation for that kind of, I don't know. So let me use an example. Let's say that a chemical causes you to be depressed, but you already service connected for depression based on a trauma too, being in combat situations. So if you have trauma from combat and you have I have PTSD, and one of the symptoms are some of the same symptoms you get from the sarin gas. Say, I got to figure that out, y'all. So if I'm already service connected for the PTSD, that mental health symptom, and that's one of the symptoms for the sarin gas. No. Lord. J. Oliver, the military were giving all them pills, bromine pills, when they were deployed to the Gulf War to counter the nerve agent generally knew that they would face. Yes, I think I had side effects from the nerve, from those pills, because they dried me out and I was dehydrated and they gave me headaches. Charleston, it's connected.